Morning, folks. Welcome to the shop. It is cold this morning. We had 49 this morning. It was cool for some of y'all up north. Right there in the south, that was cool this morning. We've had a cold front that came in last Friday. I mentioned that in this video, I think, too. And it's been hurting the bite a little bit here. The fish are still changing. I've heard other people say on other YouTube channels that the bite's been off a little bit. And when the fall it is, actually I seen a bass fisherman say the other day, in a little video I watched, he said, man, the bite is off in the fall, and the fall is one of the hardest times to fish. Yeah, because the fish are moving a lot. There's still some on docks. Some are moving to cover. So they're chasing shad everywhere. I've seen that in this video. I'll mention it today. I've seen a lot of shad. But that's what's going on. It's a little tough. You got to cover a lot of ground. I fished about 10 different spots, and finally and I caught one here, one there. Finally, on the last place I stopped, I found a school that was feeding, and I went on this, made the video there. I think I'm gonna throw one video in where first place I stopped, and then go from there. But I caught white perch, I caught sunfish, I caught brim, things like that. Finally got to a school of crappie that was interested. This sub is 1.25 inches, and sometimes that's what you need to do is downsize. The new LC Shad Junior, okay, it's 1.5 inches. Stuff like that's what you need to downsize to when the fishing gets tough, okay? Tadpole, something like that. All right, this is a Virginia shad color. I've been making that a lot here lately. I was making it yesterday, actually. So let me get this, yesterday morning, let me get some of these cooked up here, get it liquefied, get it to about 325. Mold's cooking on the griddle right now, warming up. And I got the little buddy heater under the counter here, getting my legs warm and getting the shop warm. Let me get all that done, and hey, we're going to shoot the mold, okay? All right, guys, we got it down to 325. I had it a little too hot. You got to run to about 330, 335, maybe even 340 to get it to melt good and get all the pieces out of it. So, I'm going to hold on to this while I'm shooting it. I'm going to go ahead and shoot a couple more. We'll let that cool. We're going to open it. It's going to take it about 5 minutes. The mold is very hot. I had to put gloves on to pick the mold up off the griddle. So that helps the little tails fill out. The reason I heat those, I can say it. If you got a cold mold and you got little tails and stuff, this plastic sets up as it cools. So if it hits like that and starts cooling off, the little tails won't fill out. Especially in something like that small as that LC Shad Junior. Yep. And even, look, sometimes I don't get the plastic hot enough. I'm shooting like 3 or 4 molds. I get to the last molds, maybe the bottom 5 or 6 won't fill out. It'll stop back. Yeah, because it start getting cooler and it sets up too fast. So heating the mold really does help, especially when it's cold like this. All right, bam, let's open it. Okay, mold only makes 8. That's right. And the guys, I don't have but the one mold. The reason I done that, I wanted to see how they was going to sell. And I'd sell some. If they took off and got hot, be a hot item, I'd buy another mold. Molds are very expensive, guys. Little molds like this, you wouldn't think it would be that expensive, but they are. But they got to be made with a machine. They got time in them. They got to pay for that machine too, don't they? What y'all think? Now see that little tail? This little tail moves really easy. So you can rig it this way and make it swim, or you can rig it flat. I was rigging it flat. I rigged it both ways. This was yesterday I was fishing. I rigged it both ways. But I'm going to touch the back of the camera. I tell y'all that because sometimes it makes a little noise. The back goes dead and I can't see what I'm showing y'all. But you can rig it either way. This way to swim. And it's hard to see it, especially in this plastic. But right on the tips, okay, it's got little fins. All right, guys, y'all know the routine. 1 through 400. Put your number down. Wednesday evening at 5 p.m. we have a draw, okay? Make sure you're a subscriber. Put your number down first in your comment. Come back Thursday and see if you won. Appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for playing along. Hey, see y'all Wednesday evening. Bam. All right. So we'll catch one of them, see how big they are. It's a few on this dock. Always are some fish on this dock. I know a lot of locals fish it. I've been here fishing this side of it before and somebody pulled in the other side, so I know some of the locals fish it. But once in a while you'll catch a 12-inch fish off of it. He's about 9 inches. This is the sub Virginia shad color. Y'all probably can hear the wind, and you're probably like, Dennis, why are you out there on such a windy day? It warmed up today. It was 51 degrees this morning. They said the wind was going to drop around 1 o'clock. That's what it says on the Weather Channel. And then when it shows the wind, it drops like that. I said, okay, I'm not going to go till 1 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. It's actually 10 after 2. I think this is bigger than a sunfish. I've caught a white perch, a sunfish. After that first crappie, it's been tough. Yeah. I stopped two other places. They had at least 15, 20 crappie on it. A little stump with some brush on it, where somebody dropped some brush down on it. And a standing tree in the water. And they had some fish on it. And didn't catch one of them there. And I tried other baits too. You know, I'm there like that, guys, and I'm fishing with something like this. I thought, well, let's try something else. I tried 2 other colors. I tried the new LC Junior, and I caught one on the LC Junior and lost it at the boat. Yeah. And so, you know, sometimes you try a couple different shapes there, and I tried a couple different colors. Nope. That's a good fish there, guys. Bam. All right. That fish probably right at 11 inches. I don't think it's crappie. He's fighting like crappie. No, it's not. Another. I told you I caught a brim earlier. That's not a bad one. You know, I haven't kept any crappie this year to eat, but I know, guys, I just don't do it. Just don't think about it, and don't want to fool with them when I get home. Like this evening, today's Wednesday. That's right, and it's 3 o'clock. So y'all know what I got to do when I get home at 5 o'clock, right? I got to make a video, so. Actually, it's 3:45. I've got to head in here in a little bit. I don't have time to go in, clean fish, and all that. Oh, got another one. Now, guys, the wind has laid some, and I think I said this in the first clip. The wind was supposed to die later on. Supposed to die like 1 o'clock on, but it finally has died some. Plus, I'm in a place where it's out of the wind a little bit. In a close, narrow place in the channel. But, he's about 9 inches. That's probably helped. We've had a front been going through for a couple days. Well, actually since it came in Thursday. Sam and I fished during the front Friday. Friday it was windy all day, cool. You notice if you watch our video that I loaded today, this is Wednesday, we had coats on. And we never took them off, never thought about taking them off. And when we got back to the bank at the truck, and put my stuff back in my vehicle, and at the end of the day, we took our coats off and went, man, it feels nice here on the bank. Y'all know what we're saying. It can feel cold, it can be, and you get to the bank, and you're like, why do I need all those clothes, right? Another thing is, if you look at these posts, you can see it's black on them. The lake's down about 8 inches, because I noticed I put the boat in the water, the boat ramp, and it rained Saturday, Sunday, and we didn't get a bunch of rain at my house, but around the area they did from that tropical storm that came up the coast and broke up. So they're letting water out of this lake. That don't help either when they do that. Usually, and the water has quit moving now, which is good. When the water's moving, I know people say they like current. When the water's moving, they suck up against the bank, or they get in those trees and stuff, and brush and stumps tighter, and they're harder to catch also. But it seems like when the current trickles down to where it's just barely moving or stops, y'all have heard me say this before, it seems to get better. But that's probably another issue today. But when you go fishing, sometimes you got to fish through that stuff. Bam. We'll net that, and he hit a dock post back there couple times. Guys, I'm throwing way back under there, the boat where that furniture is. That's on the second slip. That's when actually in the boat slip that they filled in is what it is. So I'm throwing back there a good little ways. Let me get this hook. I'm gonna try to grab it in the turn part of the hook. There you go. Oh, that's a good crappie. That crappie's probably 10 and a half, 10 3/4. Bam, that's what I'm talking about right there. 1/4 inch. This thing is 1 1/4 inches. This little sub, you can see it. Perfect when a day like today, wind's blowing, weather's been bad. We've been through a cold front since I think I came in Thursday night. Damn. Keep them out of the post, I'm fine. Like I said, they're way back in there. This one hit it. The bait hit the water and I didn't get the handle turned good and he had it. That's the good thing about a bait that has a tail on it like that, that swims, that makes action. Sometimes when it's, don't flop down my hand, come here. I like grabbing by the mouth. Sometimes when it's sinking, that little tail's just a throbbing, like that right there. He says, uh-huh. There's so many shad running around. Besides this being a front, guys, I've seen so many shad. Bam. That's a good fish right there. Fish right there is pushing 11. He might even, I'm gonna say he's 10 and a half at least. Good, I have the bumper board laying there. And put his bottom lip against that. He's 11 exactly. Figured he was. Figured he was in that area. Good fish. Nothing wrong with those, is there? But there you go. When I was fishing those little brush piles, it's just little pieces of brush, guys. Been there for so long. At one time, this stuff stuck up 5 or 6 feet. Now it's like 3 feet, 3.5, and you can see it's broke over. It was probably a tree, cedar tree or something that's done broke off. It probably had a 5-gallon bucket. Still holding a few fish at times. I check it right often. If I was watching it, schools of shad was coming by and they was running after them. The shad would split up and go around the tree, and crappie were running everywhere, and they would chase them about 10 feet from the tree. Then they'd come back and get back there. And I seen that happen. I was there about 15-20 minutes just toying with them. Then finally I said, that's it. I hooked one, lost it, like I said, and had one on and lost it. Had lost one to boat. There were so many shad there. I don't know how in the world you're lucky to even gonna hit your bait. It takes a good bait. It takes a good bait to get them to hit one of them. Done it. I tried different colors. I thought, let's try something sharper, brighter. I tried like 3 or 4 different baits there and things just to see if they would hit it. They would toy with it. That's all they would do. But like I say, you know how you are when you get up from the table and you're stuffed. You think, I can't take another bite. I'm stuffed. And Mama says, I got cake, I got ice cream. You go, no way, I'm not eating anything else. That's why these crappie are sometimes too, guys. When they're full up and been chasing shad like that, they're hard to catch. Now I guaranteed you tonight, by the night, all that wears off and digests. And I know they're feeding a lot late in the evening and probably during the night. They'll be fired up tonight chasing shad again, won't they? I was getting ready to quit reeling. I was right on the edge. Oh, come here. Making that 2-pound test cry, wasn't it? Yeah, I won't pick up a big fish on it. He's not a monster. He's 10 inches. He's probably right at 10 inches on the sub. All right, guys. Oh, somebody opened the gate. All of a sudden, all these boats started coming through. 2 come through at the same time. Look, they was racing. I don't know what they were doing, but I noticed the driver behind was watching the other boat closely, but he needed to with that close to him. Bam, about 10 inches. All right, guys, this is a porta catch. I kept it secret all of this time. Y'all know the routine. It's 1 through 400. Put your number down. Put your number first if you think about it, then your comment. Make sure you're a subscriber. On Wednesday evening, day is Wednesday. At 5 o'clock, I'm going to do a random number draw. I'm going to hit the computer. It's going to give us a number. We're going to go on together to see who won. We'll look down through there, see who won. YouTube is the only place you can leave a number. Don't leave a number somewhere else, guys. Some of y'all have asked me that, and some people have done it before through the past, in the last year or so. And I always comment to you if you do it. Go leave it on YouTube. I only check YouTube. Y'all been with me? No. We go together down YouTube and look. We don't go to Facebook and look. We go to YouTube and look, right? It's the only place to leave it. So there you go. And you can't go over the number. That's the rule. His price is right. If the number is 99 and you got 100 and somebody's got 92, 92 is going to win because you went over. Okay? We don't want anybody arguing and fighting about who won. And we haven't had that problem since we've been, always done that. It takes care of it. Appreciate y'all guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Check out Low Country Baits. Everything's in stock but a couple things. The Chaos live bait's out. And I took inventory this morning, wrote down everything I was low or out of. So I think it's only like 2 things I'm out of. And so there you go. Now's a good time to jump on there and look around. See y'all guys later. Fishing Lake Country.